You could do a frittata in the oven for like 30 minutes so that you could serve the whole table a big frittata, or you can make little individual frittata like this, and it's like 10 minutes, it's done. Delicious with pretty much anything. You want the bacon, put the bacon. You want the sausage, put the sausage. Tonight, I am serving a frittata, though, just vegetables. And we're not using an oven. We are using just the skillet. And to show you how possible this is, I am using a stainless steel little skillet here. So not a non-stick, y'all can do this. You don't need the oven. You can do it right on your stovetop. With a stainless steel skillet, you're gonna have to use oil. So I've got my mixed colors of little sweet peppers here. Sizzle, sizzle. I'm doing some yellow, some orange, and some red. I don't wanna do too crazy with it because if it gets too heavy, it will be harder to flip the frittata. That's like a saying in Italy, flip the frittata. Okay, let those start cooking down, and a little bit of, I've got yellow onion that's kind of just roughly chopped here. That is just maybe a couple tablespoons worth of onion. So like a 1/16 of an onion, and let that go to town on like a medium low. And then every once in a while, we're just gonna lift up our lid. We're gonna check it, give it a little stir. And I just wanna cook this down until the onions are softened up, the sweet peppers are softened up just a little bit. And we're not gonna go for like totally like mushy vegetables. We just want them to be soft when we take a bite. So just cook it down just so. And we're talking like maybe 4 minutes. At this stage, just before we are browning our onion, which is starting to brown just a little bit. Still a good amount of oil in here. So when you gotta move quick. I'm gonna give my eggs one little extra scramble just to whip some air in there and get them ready to go. Get them all excited to jump into that pot. Here we are, let's do it. And 3 eggs, in they go. And that, we're just gonna let rest for just a second and even cover them so that they just kind of set. Just gonna let them set. I'm not gonna pick it up or stir it around or mess with them. I'm just gonna let them set just like this. But then we're gonna mess with them just a little bit. I didn't add the spinach into the cooking mixture because it will just get cooked down too much and get kind of dark, and I like the lighter color. So a little bit of spinach, a little bit of salt, right on top, just a little bit. You could also mix the salt in when you're mixing the eggs. And a little bit of pepper. Now we can let this sit on a kind of medium heat just for a minute or two. Just gentle, going around, gentle. Don't rush this. Be gentle, be patient. And then once you know you're not stuck, we can work on flipping it. Now, if this is a non-stick pan, it'd be a lot easier, but I would still use oil even in a non-stick. If I were braver, I would flip this for you, but I'm not. So I'm gonna flip it the way I normally flip it. If it's ready, almost ready. See, it's a little bit, what you don't want when you're ready to flip your frittata is like a whole bunch of loose, runny egg up here because you're gonna have a big mess. So this is almost fully set, and but it's just a little bit loose, little bit not cooked, unfinished at the top. So I'm not worried about it jumping or dripping down the side. So once you're about, the top is almost set but not quite, then you are ready to flip. I start my spatula on one side and kind of, say a little prayer and flip it like that, just like that. Then you turn off the heat the second that you flip that frittata, because the heat of the pan will go ahead and cook that little bit of the egg that wasn't done yet. And at this point, I like to sprinkle on a little bit of cheese. So this is a little mozzarella, little bit, a couple types here. And then I've got some freshly grated Parmesan, Parmigiano. Yum. Now, probably because I'm from Texas, I have a thing for eggs and cilantro. Just a little bit. Say just a little bit. All on there. And just like a little squeeze of lime. Oh, yum. Now, this kind of frittata, you can put anything you want in this. But this one, y'all, so good. Now, plating this bad boy. There we go. Wants to stick a little bit. It doesn't have to. Look at that. Nice. And you can just slide this right out onto your plate. Oh, you guys, like that. Okay, this is a frittata, the last minute cook way. It's beautiful and quick. Like fit, that was a really bad snap, but you can see that it's quick and it's delicious. And if you want to have your kids or family lined up for dinner, serve something like this, and it doesn't take an hour, and you don't have to use the oven. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao. Buon appetito.